Greenville County 911, what's the location of your emergency?
The thing is, a fitter was supposed to show up to be with my mom today, and she's in her 80s, and she didn't show up. We've come to her house, and we can't get nobody to the door or anything. Her name is Edna Subtle. This is not like her. She shows up like clockwork. So something's wrong.
Totally cooperating. Just relax. You're not doing anything. Not cooperating. Are we good? Stand up on your feet. Stay right there. Yeah. Sir, I would be very cooperative. All right, let's try that, please.
Am I under arrest? Or am I just being detained and we're figuring out what's going on?
We'll get to that in a second. Let's just...
Okay.
We're just bullshit.
Nothing when you're talking to two police detectives in a room, it's just bullshit. Okay, I've been through the system enough to know that.
Yeah.
And I don't know where Edna is.
I think you do, Dan.
No. I don't know where Edna is.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. You know, come on. I don't know.
58-year-old Daniel Printz is a sadistic man who's been linked with several serious crimes, like abduction, firearm possession, assault, and battery. He has a long criminal record and a 1997 conviction for kidnapping one woman and killing another. This seemingly grandfatherly man has attempted crimes that he could not have during his youth. His killings have spanned decades, but his pattern is the same. What could have led him to throw away his hard-earned freedom after serving his sentence and being released? At this time, Daniel's violence has been linked with at least 3 women: 66-year-old Nancy Rigo, 88-year-old Delora Sellers, and 61-year-old Lee Goodman. But here in this interrogation, he's being questioned for his suspected involvement with a 4th woman, 88-year-old Edna Suttles, who is missing. Daniel was captured in several CCTV cameras with Edna's car on the day she was last seen. In the face of such solid evidence, there's hardly anything he can do to wiggle his way out of this. But will his experience with the system help?
Have secret.
Yeah,
Explain what's going on.
If you guys need me to go somewhere, I can
We
go.
may do that before it's over with. We'll explain what's going on today, though.
Yeah, man.
That's my partner,
Hey,
Greg.
Greg. Pleasure. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's my partner. We work these cases together. We're from Greenville.
Can you tell me why
Yeah,
put me
yeah,
down like
yeah,
I'm
see.
John Dillinger?
Yeah, John Dillinger, right?
Not like that, but we'll explain it to you.
Alright. What do you know about John Dillinger?
Huh?
What do you know about John Dillinger?
What I see on the History Channel, I'm a history buff.
Okay. What's your favorite period or thing to,
I like the, you guys have COVID?
No.
No.
Can I
Do you
take
have
that?
COVID?
No.
Okay.
No, not to the best of my knowledge. As long as I'm not around a bunch of inmates, I'm gonna take that off.
There you go.
Yeah, that works for me. That way we can actually have a conversation.
One other thing, I'm kinda hard of hearing.
Okay.
Okay.
So am I, so is he, so
Okay.
so we're all in the same boat, we all kinda understand.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
So you've already met my partner, John.
John.
Once again, I'm Greg
Greg.
Walter.
Okay.
Both of us are investigators down in Greenville County.
South Carolina.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I've never been to Greenville, South Carolina in my life.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay.
You're-
Am I under arrest? Or am I just being detained and we're figuring out what's going on?
We'll get to that in a second. Let's just
Okay.
knock out some of the admin stuff, okay?
Sure.
Okay. What'd you get locked up for? Because you said you got paroled.
I got paroled. I was locked up for a kidnapping charge.
Okay.
And I did 13 and a half years for that.
Oh, wow.
I did 1.5 years for a false statement on a vehicle title. They were going to do that in case they didn't get the kidnapping to stick.
Okay.
A false statement on the vehicle title. When my wife that I had then, we transferred a title on a car, and there were little boxes. And I checked the one closest to the word wife, but it was
Yeah.
for sister.
Ah.
And it's just, you know, when they're not sure if they're going to make something, they want something to hold you with. So the false statement, that's all that was. The kidnapping, I was doing some bad shit that I shouldn't have been doing.
Fair enough.
But I shouldn't have gotten kidnapping. But I was doing some bad shit.
What kind of shit? What shit have you gotten?
I really don't want to say.
Just bullshit,
No, huh?
We're just bullshit.
Nothing when you're talking to two police detectives in a room, it's just bullshit. Okay, I've been through the system enough to know that.
Yeah.
Okay, All I'm going to say about that is I did my time, I made my first
Fair
parole,
enough.
and I haven't been in trouble since.
Hey, and that's great to know. You know, a lot of people, especially being what you've been through, they come out and they go right back to it.
You know, I had a boss when I first got out, and he was getting in trouble. And the police, this is a funny story, these two lady police officers come to my house because they wanted to question me about him.
Yeah.
The one knocks on the door, and there's a set of steps. And I open the door, I don't have my shirt on. I said, "What's going on?" And she said, "I'm with the police department, I want to talk to you about." And other officers standing down at the bottom of the stairs with her hand on her pistol. And I'm like, "Are you officers concerned about something?" And she says, "We've been told you might not like the police." I start laughing. I said, "Let me put on my shirt, I'll let you in." I put on my shirt, they come in, and the woman who's my wife is sitting there. I said, "Y'all might know her. She works with the police department. This is my girlfriend. I ain't got nothing against the police. The police didn't put me in prison. I was being stupid. I put me in prison."
Yeah. And a lot of people don't even come to that conclusion either.
No, no.
So what do you do now?
Daniel walks in with the energy of a celebrity on a talk show. A firm handshake, sprawling out on the chair, and saying "fantastic" as the detectives introduce themselves. All of these behaviors point towards Daniel's self-centeredness. There are at least 3 traits that can be connected with interactive serial killers: narcissism, egocentrism, and charisma. Where does Daniel lie?
Okay, why am I here?
Alright, well, before we talk to you,
Like you see on television, you know how it is.
yeah,
You can
I'm
stop at
very
any
well spoken to
time. We're gonna read you your rights.
I have the right to remain silent. If I give up the right to remain silent, everything I say can and will be used against me, which is, there's no positive in there.
There's no positive. It's not can and will.
Right?
It could be.
Yeah, I have a right to an attorney. If I want an attorney and I can't afford one, you'll provide me with one.
Free of charge.
Yeah.
When'd you get out? What year?
I got out December 15th, 2009.
So you maxed out, or you have to do
No,
some
no,
parole?
I made my first parole date.
Okay.
Well, I made my first parole date, but Michigan, they send you 3 months before you're able to parole, and they had me go ahead and talk to the parole board, and then they wanted me to talk to a psych,
Yeah.
and they had me talk to a psych, and the first one they sent me was a psychologist. And so then they had to redo it, so it took another 6 months.
Mhm.
But they let me go on the first time. In fact, I was plus 16 for probability parole.
Yeah.
And the guards told me they'd never seen anybody higher than plus 4 or plus 5. Because I didn't get in any trouble the whole 13 and a half years maintained for it.
That's the secret, ain't it?
Yeah, I didn't. I did something that rightfully put me in prison. Okay.
Alright, here we go. So, before we ask you any questions, you must understand your rights.
Do you want to initial or just
You
check?
can initial.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. We can read the waiver. And just...
I understood this statement, and I understand that my rights are, I'm willing to make this statement and answer questions. I understand that I know what I'm doing. No promises or threats. You guys gotta quit threatening me.
I'll stop.
Okay.
Stop me, I mean.
These stories I've met before.
Oh, yeah.
Have kids?
Oh, good Lord, no.
Oh, good Lord.
Okay.
Did you actually get a degree out of there, or no?
No.
What were you studying?
Law, criminal justice.
Okay, looking at being a lawyer.
I was originally wanting to be an attorney, yeah.
What field?
I wanted, God, you guys would laugh at me if I told you.
I used to want to be a corporate lawyer.
Well, I didn't want to do that. I actually wanted, that sounded boring to me. I actually just wanted to get the law degree and then kind of figure out by trying to have things work where I wanted to be. I wanted to be a judge.
Really?
Oh, wow. Why is that?
Go big or go home.
There you go. Because it sounded like a cool job. I
That
was
sounded like a
20
cool
years
job.
old.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get to be in charge.
Wow.
Why am I here, sir?
I'll talk to you about August 27th, 2021 of this year.
What day of the week was that?
Oh, it was a Friday.
Okay.
Where are you on that day? What's your typical Fridays like? What, 2 weeks ago? Do you remember where you were at?
Not specifically.
But you don't remember which day specifically?
No, it was either Thursday or Friday.
What kind of job were you working on?
I wasn't.
You wasn't?
I wasn't. This lady had talked to me several times. I'd been down to her house 2 or 3 times. We kind of got to be friends. This woman has so many damn problems, mostly her daughter.
Yeah.
And what she did is she had me looking at ductwork that she wanted done, because somebody had done ductwork for her and she was suing them because they didn't do all the ductwork or something. She would call me and have me come down there.
Okay.
And she was constantly having problems. She said she needed to have money at one point in time to help her daughter because her daughter was in jail. Then she needed money another time because, what was it the next time? She was hiring a private investigator because her son-in-law she talked to me all kinds of stuff about it. We got to be pretty good friends about stuff like that.
How'd you meet her initially?
Years ago.
Okay.
Years ago, it was somebody had given me her name or number, or my name and number. I don't advertise. The only way I get work is if somebody gives my name out.
Okay, so you went down there, and where's her house at? Because you went to her house? Okay.
I know how to get there.
You do?
Yeah, I've been there a few times. I don't know the actual address anymore.
And so you've been down there a couple of times that week?
It could have been 2 times that week. It might have just been once. And
any kind of ledgers or anything like that? Anything?
Can I see my one phone? The little one that's broken. That's the new one. No, that's the new one. That's the little one that's broken.
This one?
Yeah.
Just tell me where it's at.
Is there a reason you want me touching my phone?
I mean, you can touch your phone right there.
Okay. That's how you get into it.
Okay.
And let me see. That's a calculator. I always hit that for calendar.
Okay, I get those confused.
Okay.
Yeah, 27th is Friday. That's never ringing a bell?
No, because I have my events marked here and here.
Okay. So you were down there on the 25th?
I think I was down there on the 24th.
Okay. And what would she have you working on, or would she send you down there for work on that you didn't work on?
Well, she told me she had a truck or something that I need a truck. And she said that she had some paperwork that was going to be done on a truck at that point in time, and I was going to look at a truck and possibly get a truck from her to go ahead and do some work.
Okay.
And she was mostly interested, and she also had some stuff that I really wasn't qualified to do, but I got a buddy that I thought I might be able to talk to to help me with it. She said she had some termite damage and they needed some boards replaced under her house.
Okay, gotcha.
Daniel throws away the pen eagerly, only to jump into the conversation again. His talkative nature seems to be a sort of coping mechanism here.
And you keep going down there, so what's she paying you?
Nothing. I didn't get paid anything.
So it's a waste of money. A waste of time and money.
But you know, a lot of my time, I go to look at things. I'm supposed to go look at a job tomorrow, which I'm betting probably won't happen at this point. But I don't know if I'm going to have that. You look at stuff, and the thing is, she's so sweet and so nice, and you want to help her. And she says, you know, if I get work for her, I'll probably get other work.
That's good. I mean, that's great. All right, so
why are we?
What you're telling us is that's not you on the 27th. Food Line parking lot, Traveler's Rest.
I don't think so.
That's not you.
That's me. Where's that?
Food Line, August 27th, 2021, 9:23.
Okay.
22 seconds. Ringing a bell?
Yep. Yeah, I went down to Food Alliance. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what were you doing down there that day?
She wanted me to look at some stuff at her house.
Okay.
And she picked me up at Food Lion because she wanted me with her when she was gonna go meet some guy for God dang it, private investigator.
Okay. Yeah. Tell us about that.
She wanted me to meet her down there.
Okay.
She was nervous because she says, I'm not sure I trust this guy. And she knows I've been in the military. And she says, will you meet me? And I go, yeah. And I said, where do you want to meet? She says, well, he's been talking to me. I guess I'm supposed to meet him at a restaurant. And I'm supposed to meet him down near Food Lion.
Okay.
So I went down to Food Lion, and she met me. And he didn't show up where we went to next. And she had been trying to get a hold of him. And we went to her house for about 2 hours. And then we went back to Food Lion. And it just...
She just dropped you off and you went home and you just noticed something about PI?
Well, she wanted me to see if this guy was going to meet her where he was supposed to meet her.
Do you know where?
There was a hotel lobby that he had finally said, meet me at the hotel.
Okay.
She says, drive up there and see if he's there. And I drove up there, and things are starting to sound really squirrely to me. So she says, when you go up there, I want you to drive me around and take care of stuff.
Okay. So you drove her around?
I drove her around.
Where'd y'all drive to?
I wound up driving her back to her house. Because
Okay.
she said her daughter was coming up and she'd have her daughter help her pick up the car and stuff.
Oh, that's good.
Daniel is a gambler. In the first picture shown, it was him, but he took his chances assuming it was all that the interrogators had. However, the detective plays smart and traps him in his own story. The next picture shown is undeniably him.
So,
Because her daughter was supposed to meet her.
did you ever meet her daughter?
I've never met her daughter.
Okay. So that's you and the Food Lion,
Mm-hmm.
checking out.
Mm-hmm.
You bought some yogurt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Sure.
My stomach was upset. I
like
eat
yogurt?
yogurt a lot. Is that me buying you?
Yeah, it's
Oh, that's the pork. That's the
yeah.
pork.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know.
Mm-hmm. Can I see that? In my glasses.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
That's her pulling alongside. Food Line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's her tag.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Her car.
Yeah, I told you I've been down there Thursday or
Yeah,
Friday.
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought.
Well, you know, at first you weren't sure about that, but, you know, I'm glad we got that rectified.
Well, I wasn't sure on the dates.
What's that bag you got?
I don't have a clue.
You know, what about that? Is that more of a bigger, better blown up? That's you getting in, by the way, if that jostles your memory.
Yeah, but I mean,
Do you remember what was in the bag?
yeah. No, I don't remember what's in that bag.
Okay.
She had several different bags.
Okay.
Because she said she was going to go give this guy she was meeting some different things to try to pay for a private investigator. Because she told me she went and took out a $4,000 loan against her vehicle.
Why'd she do that?
She said she needed to, and then he kept wanting more money and wanting more money.
Yeah, does she normally carry a lot of cash or jewelry or anything like that?
Not that I know
Does she
of.
have a lot of savings that you know of?
I don't have a clue.
Okay.
I wasn't privy. I doubt that she had much savings because she talked to me about doing work for her and she kept saying she didn't have money. In fact, she went down and got $4,000 or $4,500 or some dumb thing off of her car
Wow.
and paid this guy to do private investigator work.
Yeah, so she's kind of hurting a little bit, I bet. Little old lady like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go up to her house, right? So that's like 9:30ish in the morning. You go straight up there. What do y'all do for that 2 hours?
I just sit there and talk to her.
Okay. What'd she talk about?
The job, the bitching about her daughter, the bitching about the fact that her son-in-law has hidden loads of assets. She says she wants her Corvette, or not her Corvette, her daughter's Corvette. He's hidden the boat. He's hidden all kinds of stuff. Something about he's been threatening her daughter. That's why she's getting the private investigator. The daughter got arrested for threatening her. Just all kinds of shit.
Oh wow. And then why did she want you to go back down to the hotel and drive around all the shops and whatnot? What was she scared
She
of?
said he was going to meet her at the hotel. She says these guys driving a big black truck. Go see if he's even there because I'm nervous.
Yeah.
And she says he knows what my vehicle is. So if we're going to go look for him, I don't want to be in my vehicle. I want you to be with me for a little bit. I said, okay. So I left her vehicle for her. And I went and got into my vehicle with her. And we drove around and she called her daughter. And she wanted to know why her daughter wasn't there earlier or something. And she said, to her daughter. She says, "Are you coming up?" And her daughter said yes. Now, that might have been earlier when we were at her house. She was still trying to get her daughter.
So, yeah.
But at any rate,
She said she did talk to her daughter that day?
Hmm?
She did talk to her daughter that day?
She said she did. That's who she said she was on the phone with.
Okay. So that's y'all coming down 25, you and her together? Back towards the hotel?
It could be.
Okay, because that's her car. That's about 13:45 on the 27th.
Okay.
So you're with her there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not saying yeah. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that could be her.
Yeah, here's a different angle, but I mean, we've watched this car, right?
Okay.
Here's y'all in the hotel parking lot.
Okay.
Yeah? Oh, look. There's y'all backing in.
Yep.
Yeah, a couple of different copies of it. Backing in.
Yeah.
Oh, look. You get out. Nobody else gets out.
I told you that.
You're walking around the car.
Yeah.
You wipe the entire car down.
Because I was worried.
You were worried. There's you walking across the parking lot in front of Little Caesars.
Mm-hmm.
And there's you getting back into your car and driving away.
Oh, she's with me.
Look, man. Where's Ed?
The story Daniel has stuck to so far is that he met Edna, drove her around, and then dropped her back at her place. But wiping down her car because he felt uncomfortable with the idea of a private investigator does not sound convincing. Also, why would he know the amount of how much Edna withdrew to pay the man? We do have an answer. Most serial killers have a modus operandi. Daniel's sadistic MO has evolved with time. In 1997 in Michigan, Daniel's first known and only crime outside North or South Carolina took place. He abducted a 25-year-old woman and hogtied her in his car, but she managed to escape. He was imprisoned shortly afterwards.
We need to know. Listen, Dan, okay? You are a good dude. I honestly do believe that you screwed up years and years ago.
Okay.
And now...
Can I look at these?
What?
I just want to look and see what you're talking about.
Let's
No, first thing,
you need to hear this, man. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're not a bad guy.
Right.
Nobody is saying that you're some evil, twisted dude.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We need to know where it is. We've processed the car. We found the dirt. Where did you go off-road?
I never went
Where did
off-road
you
with her.
leave?
Oh! I can tell you exactly where she and I had gone off-road.
please.
When we were going from 25 south, there was, off to the right, there was a truck with a trailer and another vehicle there that had a for sale sign on it. And it looked like an older truck. And I needed a work truck. And I went ahead and I pulled in and with her, and then we pulled out. And it was right there on 25.
Where's right now? Her family is desperately looking for her.
She's missing right now.
Yes, Dan, where is Edna?
I don't have a clue.
Yes,
I
you
dropped
do.
her off at her house.
Dan, please listen. You did not drop her off at her house. We have followed that car the entire day up and down 25. There's a number of minutes that are unaccounted for that are not by her house. Okay?
Which car? Mine or hers?
Dan, stop playing games. You know what we're
When I
talking
got,
about.
okay, I can help you here.
Okay.
You gotta give me a second. You gotta let me answer the questions when they're asked. When I dropped her vehicle off looking for the guy, she said she wanted me to take her and drive around in my vehicle. So I left her vehicle. I went down to Food Lion and she was in my vehicle with me. And I dropped her off at home.
Dan, we watched the video. She is not.
The car sits there.
It sits there, man.
No, not in her car.
No hurry.
My car.
We
I
watched you
dropped
go
her
back
off
to
with my
Food Lion.
car.
You did not drop anyone off, man.
I picked her back up. She sat in my car at Food Lion and I went back and got her.
No, you did not. When are you trying to say? Please explain. Explain yourself. Please explain at which point that we must have missed in the video that you dropped her off.
Okay.
We have a lot of it.
Okay. I get that. You don't have picture of her leaving Food Lion in my vehicle with me? If you don't, you should.
Why that your vehicle never went back to her house? We have your vehicle, that silver car, going straight up 25 and not stopping at her house.
That's not true.
It is true.
I
Dan.
stopped at her house.
What's your wife going to think about this?
Well, my wife would be very upset if I had done something, but I didn't, and I don't know where Edna is.
I think you do, Dan.
No. I don't know where Edna is.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Dan.
Let's go back to why you wiped the car down. What you said you were worried about what?
The only thing I did was because I knew I'd been in and out of her car all the time with her. I'm like, there is no way in hell I'm going to just leave this thing here because she's got somebody that's after her. And that's why I got nervous, because I'm like, this sucks. I'm in the middle of this. I got this old lady with me. This sucks. So, but after I got done, she said her daughter, she says, take me back home. She wanted some of her medicine. I took her back home. We went into her house, and that was the first time I'd been in her house that day. And when we were in the house, she again, I don't know if she talked to her daughter again or not. You know, come on. I don't know.
We don't see that on her phone records or her daughters. Her daughters they're very cooperative. They're riding the roads looking for her.
Sure.
So we've
You don't see where she talked to her daughter at all that day?
No.
I think you need to look
It
again.
was on the morning that the daughter told us.
Okay. You don't see where she talked to her daughter at all that morning?
One time.
Okay.
The run around, are you coming to get me? We don't see that.
I don't know. I know she talked to her daughter one time with me.
Have you ever met her, the daughter?
Never met her daughter.
Okay.
You ever met her son?
Never met anybody in her family but Edna.
Okay.
I've met no people
You
other
ever meet her
than
neighbors?
No.
We're going to be able to see your car pulling out at his house on those days.
Oh my God. I'm good to go. You know why I'm good to go?
Why?
She's got cameras all around her house. I'm good to go because she's got cameras. It'll show that I dropped her off.
Really?
She's got cameras. She told me she kept cameras because she was keeping them there because if people show up or something, she wants to have a record of who was there. It will show that I dropped her off and I pulled away.
You talking about her house cameras? That don't work.
What? No, come on, man.
Somebody unplugged them.
She told me that those cameras were there to keep track. She told me that a long time ago.
Long time ago stuff.
Yeah, she was talking to me about the cameras and stuff.
Their batteries are dead.
I dropped her off. She was going to have her daughter take her back to get her vehicle when she was done.
Okay, so y'all drove down, right? She's with you in the Jeep, okay? You go back to the food
Jeep? Her Jeep, yeah.
She's with you. You go back to the Food Lion first, and you drop her off there. She's going to wait by your car.
You lost me. Can I have some more water?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm having trouble even talking.
You understand the question I was asking?
That's fine. So,
You guys think I did something to this lady?
we don't know. That's why we're trying to find it.
Man, I'm going to tell you something right now.
You can tell me where to look.
Honest engine. If I knew where Edna was, I would tell you. If I knew who this guy was in this truck that she was having me watch for her with, she asked me if I would help protect her and take care of her because she wanted to make sure that this guy didn't do something stupid because she was hiring somebody shady. Because she wanted to have something done to her son-in-law. She got to.
Did she ever say PI's name?
No. She said she hired one guy and gave him like $6,000 as a PI. I think that's what it was. Or maybe it was $6,000 she needed for her daughter because her daughter was in jail. At any rate, she had mentioned $6,000, or she had already gone through $6,000 between the daughter and the PI or whatever. She said that friends helped her find another guy that said he was really good at this, but she didn't trust him. But she was going to go ahead and meet with him. She didn't want to meet with him alone. She wanted to meet with him with her daughter.
You were driving the Jeep down to go meet, and then you backed it, let her out, or how'd that work? She was gonna meet him where? You said that.
There was a hotel, or I don't even know the name of the hotel. It's right next to the food line.
Okay. Did y'all stop at a restaurant on the way down?
We stopped at a restaurant. No, I've never been to a restaurant with that.
All right. Yes. So when
She said that she was supposed to meet him. She said she was supposed to meet him, and she didn't want to do it alone because her daughter wasn't there, and that's why I went with her.
And so y'all go to the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
She goes where?
She said in my vehicle. She said he knows what I look like. He knows what my vehicle looks like. She says, can you go see if he's there and if he's got somebody with him, because I'm worried he might have somebody with him that might do something stupid, because she was supposed to bring him money.
Okay.
So I said, sure, I'll drive up there and drive around. It would throw him off if he was looking for her in her vehicle. He'd be like, oh, it's a vehicle that looks alike. So I go up there and I drop off the vehicle. I go back down to my vehicle to where she is sitting at. She's perfectly safe and fine in my vehicle at Food Lion. I said, what do you want to do? Because she says, if we're going to keep looking for him, I don't want to be in my vehicle because I don't want him to spot me if they're doing something stupid. I'm getting scared. I said, okay. Then she said, you know what? I need my medication. Take me home. Let's get my medication. And I got her home. I said, what do you want to do now? I said, because I can't be doing this all day. I got to get back home. I got to do the things I'm doing. And she said, tell you what, my daughter's going to be coming up here. She can take me to go get my vehicle so you don't have to run around all over. Thanks for everything you've done. I said, okay, I'll see you later.
Have you ever done this for her before, or anybody?
No.
You're not like a bouncer or a bodyguard or anything like that?
No.
You've never had to do this?
No.
This is a pretty interesting story.
She's scared.
Yeah, I understand. But about 30 minutes ago, you couldn't even remember going the day you went down there.
I couldn't remember if it was Thursday or Friday. I said, I don't know if it's Thursday or Friday.
And then we get this elaborate story.
It's not elaborate.
Well, I mean, it's detailed if you're not
But all you started out with was, were you there Friday? And I'm like, I don't know. It was Thursday or Friday, and I'd been there earlier in the week.
Why'd you move her driver seat up? Why'd you move her driver's seat up?
Move her driver's seat up? I never moved her driver's seat.
You're the last one in the car in the video.
I never moved her driver's seat when I got in.
You drove without Chad?
Yeah.
Okay. All the way pushed up?
You
was pushed.
Well, I didn't want to. All I did was sit in her car, drive it up there. It was just right around the corner, man. I'm not going to go adjusting somebody's seats and playing with their seats.
Right around the corner. It's like a 10-minute drive from her house to the hotel.
Just 4 or 5 miles down there.
I just never moved a vehicle seat. I don't move my wife's vehicle seat when I get in my wife's car.
So when you were driving her back, did she say anything?
Back to the house?
Yeah.
She said, I'm feeling sick to my stomach. I really need my medication.
What kind of meds?
I don't know. Come on. She told me, this is what, I can tell you what she said she had wrong with her.
Okay, fair enough.
But I can't tell you the name of a med.
Okay, what did she have wrong with it?
Give me just a second. It's something to do with your intestines, like losing the term here. Gastroenteritis or something like that, to where she said she got diarrhea, and she said this was upsetting her so much that she was feeling like she was going to have diarrhea and she needed her medication. And she was saying she was feeling dizzy, and she wanted medication because she was feeling dizzy, and she was feeling upset. And this whole thing with this guy was driving her nuts because she didn't trust him and she was scared. So I took her home, I dropped her off, and I left. I promise you. I took her home, dropped her off, and I left.
You can see a phenomenal theatrical performance by conman Daniel here. Each O is like a eureka moment that can help the police solve the case. The police seem unimpressed by his drama, not swayed by any moment of it. Why would an 80-year-old woman like Edna let a total stranger into her life and trust him with her bank balance? And why would she tell him that her CCTV cameras weren't working? The victims trusting the killer may seem quite odd. It would be likely that an old lady like Edna would distrust any man she met. So how come she never suspected Daniel? Well, he had already been grooming and charming women for a long time. One of his victims, Lee Goodman, had told her daughters that it was during a hitchhike when a handsome man with blue eyes showed up. Trusting this man, Daniel, led to her demise.
What time did you get home? Back up here? Did you come back straight home?
No. No, I didn't come straight home.
Where'd you go?
Well, I stopped different places. I stopped at Tractor Supply and get bird food.
Okay. So when you dropped her off the last time, you know, y'all are coming back from TR after leaving her car at the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
You drive back up to her house.
Mm-hmm.
And you turn down North Old Buncombe to park the back way like she likes it, right? And come in.
If that's the name of the road, sir, I don't know.
Yeah, but you know, her house is right there on the corner.
Yeah.
And you come in, you turn into her, right?
Mm-hmm.
She gets out. Does she say anything when she gets out?
I walked to the house with her.
Okay.
I walked up to the house with her. I got myself a drink because I was thirsty. She gave me a bottle of water.
Okay. Good. Okay, very friendly. And
She sat there for a couple minutes. She went and got her medication, and she took some medication.
Okay.
She has medication. I saw her get it out of a drawer next to her computer.
Okay. And she takes her meds, and she go to bed? You leave?
She said she was going to go lay down.
Okay, and that's when you left?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so your car's parked there, you make a left-hand turn onto 25 and come on up, right?
I don't want to be lying to you here.
Her house is right there.
Okay.
So you come in, right?
I drove right straight through because there's a place you can see where you can drive. And when I left there, I went like this.
Okay, so you turn left and went
Yep.
right here.
North.
Okay.
Pardon?
Went north. So.
Oh,
So
I thought you said no. I'm like, yeah, I did.
check this out. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Her house,
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
This is an antique shop,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
They have a camera
Mm-hmm.
overlooking her driveway. Your car never pulled out and made a left-hand turn.
Okay, but I may have come out and done this. I'm not 100% certain. I've been in and out of there enough times to where I'm not 100% certain how I got out of there. But I would have believed I would have gone straight. But that's not necessarily true. But anyway, I did not do anything to Edna except drop her off at home.
The detectives are sure something is not right with Daniel, yet there's only so much that they've gotten out of him. He's throwing them off with chatter that does not matter. When they come close to questions that might be dangerous for him to answer, he continues to chatter excessively, but now with more caution.
And you've never met her daughter or son?
You keep asking me the same questions. I understand the tactic. I've never met anybody in her family. If you'd like me to go to Greenville with you, I'm willing.
We may do that. We try to get a waiver so you can sign it.
Okay.
That way we can bypass this.
I don't want to sit in your jail for 2 weeks waiting for you to get extradition so that I can go to Greenville to take care of a problem that I didn't do.
Okay.
What happened to your knee?
I have a ramp outside my house.
Okay.
When it rains, it gets incredibly slippery. We came back the other day and it had been raining. And I told my wife as she's coming up the ramp, I said, be careful, it's really slick. I took 2 more steps to go unload the trunk and my feet went out from underneath me
Oh, wow.
and whacked. Scraped
That's
it on.
nasty, man. And when did you say you did that?
The other day, like 4 or 5 days ago.
Jeez, that looks bad.
It bled like crazy.
It still bleeds. Bleeding a little bit, you can see.
Yeah, that's because I was picking at it.
Oh, yeah, I get big scab like that. You always want to pick at it.
The itch.
Would you be willing to take a polygraph?
No.
No?
And
Okay.
here's why. 1, I'm a nervous person. I don't do well. And 2, I've been told not to ever take one by the previous attorney I had because he said, you're not going to do well on it.
Because you're so nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Heard that before. Are your phones going to tell us, corroborate what you told us today? Because we're going to search them.
Tell you what.
I mean, your travels, because it documents the phone does. It hits phone towers, where you're going, where you stop.
Fine.
Okay.
You want me to sign? You don't need a warrant?
We do, or either. You sign it.
I'll sign. You can search for where my phone says I
We
got
may
it.
do that here in a minute, but
I'll be more than happy to.
we're going to go figure out what we're going to do next to see if we can get you to Greenville and get you arranged so you can get back on with your life or whatever we're going to do from here.
What are you actually charging me with?
Well, she's missing. The family's reported her car stolen, so auto theft. That's it, right?
You can't be having a stolen car if you're in possession of it, so it won't be auto theft. So
She
she's
wasn't
missing
It's grand larceny.
Grand larceny.
the car. I don't have it.
You did. We got
You
your video.
did.
Okay.
That's where we're at right now. So,
Okay, so this is kind of like back years ago, the false statement on the vehicle title. We'll use grand larceny so we can keep tabs on you.
No, it's a legitimate charge, but
I told you, she said for me to drive it. You got to prove I didn't.
if she was here to tell us that, she would be golden, and you would be too.
But again, here's the thing. For you to show grand larceny, you have to show that I stole it and didn't have permission to use it. Okay? And you're not going to be able to prove that. So the grand larceny thing.
Maybe you'll get out of it, it sounds like.
Okay, I'm not trying to get out of
It
anything.
sounds like you might have a...
I'm not trying to get out of something. What I'm just saying to you is you gotta have more than a grand larceny charge that you're wanting to hold me on. What are you wanting to hold me on besides grand larceny? What are you
We
planning to
didn't say
charge
we
me
want to
on?
hold you.
Oh,
We didn't even say that.
I thought you said you were gonna take me down there and charge me with grand larceny.
It's a Greenville charge. Yeah, we got a warrant on you.
So you gotta come to
It ain't
agreement.
what we want to hold you on it. We're going to charge you with it, but it's
So I can bond out and go home?
a possibility.
Okay.
Possibility.
You're not charging me with anything other than grand larceny?
Not right now, unless something comes up that's just stupid.
We need to
find
charge
out.
you with anything else?
Right now, the detectives know only as much as they knew when they started the interrogation. The CCTV footage is incriminating Daniel, and so is his last appearance with Edna Suttles. But he managed to avoid giving away any solid information and has also managed to dodge a lie detector test for now. Has this interrogation been a complete failure? We'll know soon.
I dropped her off at home, man. I don't know if that's the time I pulled out or not.
There's discrepancies in the video of what we're seeing and what you're telling us, so we have to exploit it.
Absolutely.
If we wouldn't, we'd be idiots.
With what I've had for law enforcement, criminal justice classes, and I worked as a police officer for a very short time, and I wasn't a police officer, reserve police officer.
Gotcha.
It's not the real thing. I absolutely understand that in your position, you would want to explore this greatly.
Well, we just want to find out how we want to.
And can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
I've been very cooperative.
You have.
I haven't been saying I want an attorney. I don't think, I'm stunned that you want to talk to me about grand larceny of a vehicle. That you
We want to
have.
crawl before we go jumping into something that, you know what I'm saying?
So you're looking at me for grand larceny, other options are on the
You
table.
could. You've thrown out some other stuff we need to look at.
Hmm?
We have other things we need to look at now.
What do you mean?
The guy that she's supposed to meet, that black truck, the ding in it.
Can I also
don't
say
see
this?
it. Yeah, go ahead.
When she talked to her daughter in front of me, she was telling her daughter that she wanted to meet her because she was supposed to meet some guy.
Tell her not to disclose that.
You want to ask the daughter, please? Would you please ask
We'll
the
go
daughter
back.
that?
We'll go back and talk to her.
Because
We've
the
been talking to
daughter-
her steadily through this whole thing for the last 2 weeks. They're
We've
very
been
worried
dealing
about
with
it.
this.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
very worried about it.
Okay, but I will guarantee you that her daughter is going to remember that she was supposed to meet somebody that she had paid to do PI work, and that's the person she was afraid of.
Did she know you?
Does who know me?
The daughter.
No,
The daughter, you don't think, the mom didn't mention anything about you.
I don't. Not on that call. I don't know if she has previously about doing work for her and stuff.
All right.
Yes, sir.
He wants in the bathroom, I guess we'll find him in the bathroom.
Is there a bathroom that we can use, sir? You can use?
Is that one with that where you walk around the corner of the little cell? Oh, they're past the phones. Yes. Yeah.
Head on with them then, sir.
I can keep this.
Yeah, you can keep that. Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
You're good, Dan.
I wish I could have helped you more.
What we just witnessed is a man walking out of an interrogation room that initially seemed like an unlikely place for him to get out of. He gives the detectives his 2 cents, telling them to look into Edna's daughter, flashes a narcissistic smile to the harsher of the 2 detectives, and leaves. His mobile phone would bring light to incriminating evidence later on. However, this day was his day, and he managed to slip away from the police. Or so he thought, because the detectives were 2 steps ahead and were preparing to search his residence. The search at Daniel's place was extremely thorough, and the police completely stripped down his house. Several firearms were found, but everything reeked of a more sinister act at play when they found strange items that did not belong to Daniel. They seemed to be his souvenirs from past crimes. There was a driver's license of a missing woman named Nancy Rigo, her wallet, financial documents, bank card, and prescription drugs like lorazepam. There was another wallet, Nancy Rigo's mother's, who passed away in 2017. There was also a bag which contained zip ties, a taser, lubricants, and crushed up pills. Then there was the link that paved Daniel's way back to prison: Edna Suttle's purse, Jeep keys, a rope, zip ties, and an opened cup of strawberry yogurt. The cup had traces of the same drug that were found during the search at Edna's house. During the third custodial interview, in return of a plea deal, he accepted to have killed 4 women: Edna Suttles, Lee Goodman, Nancy Rigo, and Dolores Sellers. He also told the interrogators where he had buried Edna Suttles. Finally, on May 16, 2022, Daniel was given a life sentence without parole. Carolina U.S. Attorney Corey Ellis said, "Printz is a monster who has earned every day of his life sentence, and our communities are safer with him in a prison cell." But Daniel had still roamed free on the streets of Carolina for 12 years after his release in 2009. Do you think he's responsible for more deaths than we know? Also, do you think law enforcement or the legal system shares accountability for the later murders because of the early release in 2009? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you'd like us to cover any specific case, please drop your suggestions. Also, remember to like, comment, and subscribe so that we can keep covering such cases. Until next time, stay safe.